Hello and welcome. So, Warhammer Fest is finished, and it was exactly what I thought it would be for the second day. I didn't expect too much from the Old World or Horus Heresy, as the Old World's still pretty much in development, so I wasn't expecting any big game release and what it would be, but it was nice to see what we got. And as for Horus Heresy, yeah, it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. Character announcements, vehicle releases, just the usual stuff. So anyway, the Old World reveals was the news that 8th edition Warhammer Fantasy Battle Armies will be able to be used in Warhammer the Old World. Though it did raise a question in my brain, what about Archaon? Because he wasn't during this time. We know the time now is the time of the Three Emperors, which is pretty cool. We can pinpoint this now. Archaon wasn't about then. All the cool Chaos Champions were, but Archaon wasn't. And there will also be brand new army books, which are meant to look like the old Warhammer army books. Something I actually want this idea. I want them to be paperback as well. I don't want... I mean, yeah, hardback is cool, but the thing is, these books get a lot of travel, and hardback books can get heavy. So yeah, I'd rather have a paperback book than the real old stuff. But it'll probably be hardback. And they showed off some artwork, and it was that nice black and white style artwork, which is kind of synonymous with the old Warhammer Fantasy books. So yeah, it's kind of cool. This was cool to see and cool to hear, and it is going back to the last edition, obviously, with 8th edition being legal armies, and people are going to have legal armies as well. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I did enjoy it. There's not much I can really say about that. Of course, there's going to be plastic and resin models, being a Forge World thing. Which, yeah, it's alright. It is what it is, and I can't really complain. I'm just happy that the two biggest reveals of the models were a brand new Tomb King's model and a Bretonnian model. The Paladin for Bretonnia and Tomb King with a hand weapon. Yeah, these are really cool. They're both resin, but it did excite me because hopefully this means that the starting box will be Tomb Kings and Bretonnia, which would be really cool. And that has got me incredibly excited for this. You can probably tell in my voice. Look, I ran Tomb Kings in 5th edition. Oddly enough, Fantasy is the one where I've ran so many different armies. With 40k, I tend to run an Imperium army with Chaos and always Eldar. I never really breach out into anything else, like Tau, Necrons, Orcs. But with Fantasy, I've done Dark Eldar. I love the Dark Elves. I've done Skaven. I've done Tomb Kings. I've done Chaos Demons. I've done Chaos Warriors. Yeah, I've done pretty much lots of them. I did Bretonnia, Lizardmen. So yeah, but the starting box might be Tomb Kings versus Bretonnia, and that has got me super excited. And like I said, if they are in the starter box, my excitement will only grow. And I cannot wait to see more models for these factions. Old models will also be remade as well. So straight away, when it drops, there seems to be a lot of models will be released for loads of different factions straight away. I'm hoping, and it's something I've said before, that we see some of your named characters getting a drop. I mean, hopefully we'll see the Green Knight for Bretonnia, etc. I think we'll definitely see. The old Malekith model is one I would definitely want to see. He had such a cool model back in old Warhammer Fantasy. The old Morgana Le Fay. No, not Morgana Le Fay. Darn it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Morgana for Dark Elves. The old model would be cool with Dark Pegasus. Le Fay for Bretonnia would be great. Teclis, of course, would be great. Yeah, like I said, the old world and Warhammer Fantasy Battles has so many fantastic and iconic models and everything else. It would be so fantastic that we get to see so many of these back on the battlefield. My armies at the moment are going to be Chaos, and I'm probably going to dip into Dark Elves as well. Maybe Skaven, but yeah, Dark Elves, Chaos are going to be my two factions for this. Khorne for Chaos, yeah, it's going to be fantastic. Oh, Malice Darkblade, that would be fantastic. We see Malice, because he's got a fantastic omnibus, he's got some fantastic graphic novels. Yeah, he would be one who really should be shown during this time. So there you go. Yeah, so the old world has got me excited, as you can probably tell. Now, Horus Heresy was the other stuff, and honestly, there was like a weird trailer that maybe kind of definitely hinting at Epic, with the phase about commanding whole legions. I mean, that's cool, okay? But yeah, honestly, I would rather them just say, look, we're getting Epic. Have this big reveal, Epic is coming. I'd be like, oh my god, this is fantastic. Like, Aeronautica and Titanicus are the same scale. Aeronautica have had a Horus Heresy campaign book, so Epic makes sense. And to have a decent Epic game with decent looking flyers now, because as I've said, I love flyers in all these games, it adds this third dimension, which just scaling up and down doesn't do. Yeah, fantastic. I hope it's Epic. I'll be excited for Epic, because then I could do, like, one of my favourite type of campaigns I used to do, when this is a long time ago, one of my favourite types of campaigns was, and it would take a weekend to do, and this is how big it was, a big campaign. We'd have our Epic Army, we'd have our Inquisition, this is how old this is, Inquisition, models, we'd have our 40k, and we'd have our Battlefleet Gothic, and basically it would start with Battlefleet Gothic. You'd fight for a planet or a system, and then whoever won invaded, and whoever lost was defending. So then that would go down to Epic. Then again, if the invaders won, they'd carry on pushing through down to 40k. If the defenders won, they'd be pushing back, and it'd go back up to Battlefleet Gothic to the Void again. And basically went all the way down until we got to Inquisition, which were big models, by the way. I'm not joking. They were size of, these were, yeah, easily the size of an Armiger or a Dreadnought. That would be a game I'd love to see it come back, actually, Inquisition. But I digress. So yeah, so Epic, it looks like that's coming back. They got 2 named characters have been announced. I do not care. One's Imperial Fist, the other is Sons of Horus. Imperial Fist, do not bother me, do not care. Yeah, Sons of Horus, they look good, they look nice. That's what you want. They'll both be resin. There you go. These are part of the Siege of Catonia campaign book. So, if you want to use them, you have to buy the campaign book. If you don't want to use them, you don't have to buy the campaign book. Yeah, again, these didn't really tickle my fancy. They are named characters. They're resin. Yeah, there you go. Which is really weird, because the non-named characters, the Paladin and the Tomb King, have got me excited. But these haven't. Mainly because there's 18 legions, and they only picked 2. All through this, there's only been 2 really done for. Anyway, yeah, so... Oh, Plastic Assault Marines are coming as well. Finally. Next year. Well, end of this year. Winter. Woo, so long way. Yeah, and we need these. These are something that's needed now. Like, why are they waiting? Why are they waiting for this? It's stupid. But yeah, they're coming, and they are in the Mark 6 beaky armour. So they're going to be kit bashed. Yeah, seriously, it's a bit daft. That do we have to wait on? And here's the thing, right? The final thing of this I was going to put down, because I've not written a script for this, I've written bullet points, is that we're getting the new Knights Heroitus Lancer coming out in plastic. That's coming in summer. A Knight Lancer, yeah, it looks good, and we can expect a massive price drop on that. It's not going to be the £225 resin model. It's going to be about, I'd say about 130 to 150. Pardon me. So yeah, it's just going to be the Taurus model. But honestly, Horus Heresy doesn't really need a big knight like that. I mean, we need Assault Marines. We need these. So yeah, there you go. We've seen a roadmap. Plastic is, we've got to get the Vindicated tank next, which looks cool. The Lancer, it's going to be a new Primarch. Probably Rogal Dawn, because we've got Horus already ascended. Mark armor upgrade. A new Dreadnought, new Lord of War coming. Yeah, the Mark armor upgrade. just going to throw this out there. If it's Mark 3 and 4, I think Mark 3, basically, that would be good. But if it's Mark 4 or 5, we can probably expect the heavy weapons to be dropped from those screws. So if you want to get Mark 4 and 5, get them now for the heavy weapons and extra bits on them. Now, honestly, we'll be saving money in the long run. A new Dreadnought, probably with Dowdoo. I don't know how to pronounce that. It says Dado. I don't know. Yeah, the one with the big guns, which is really cool. You can literally do 32 wounds in a turn. Whew. Ow. 32 mortal wounds. Yeah, so what's it about? Your submarine. The submarines should become before the Lancer at least, the Dreadnought at least, before all that. But no, we're getting that right at the end of the year. So there you go. Oh yeah, renew Lord of War. No one knows what it'll be. I'm going to guess a Foulblade. Because it is a tank and it scores 4 for Space Marine Legions. Anyway, thank you very much. Those are my thoughts on the second day of Warhammer Fest, Horus Heresy and the Old World. More excited about the Old World, Horus Heresy, not so much. But yeah, everything's good, everything's cool. It's exactly what I thought it would be. Not overly much, and that's it. We have Wayland Games down below. We have Forbidden Planet, Patreon, my merchandise, my comics, everything else. Hope you have a very good day, and I'll see you soon.